everyone, welcome to the Shonky Lab. It's Elton here. I'm here to talk about 2016 movies, but I'm not alone. I have a wonderful guest in the shape of Dean Martin.
Oh my.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, my friend. Thank you so much for the invitation. Hopefully my volume is good. Hopefully I'm not blasting your ears out. Just let me know if I need to change anything. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you reaching out to me. I appreciate that you are up at an ungodly hour to make up for the time difference. I really appreciate that. And I'm excited to delve into some 2016 movies. It's going to be cool to just kind of run through these. This is a show, to be honest with you, a format I've been wanting to do for a while, just kind of talk about a bunch of movies. So this is perfect.
Well, yeah, you normally, for people that don't know who you are, which I'll be shocked, and
listen to you.
Yeah, slightly annoyed as well, to be honest. But hopefully, by the course of this, they will be subscribing to all your podcasts. Do you want to just let the listeners know, briefly, what you're about, what you do, and where to find you?
Yeah, so I am one of the hosts of many hosts. There's me, that's Dean, there's Matthew, there's Jessica, and there's Josh, and we all make up LSG Media, and LSG Media is basically it's LSG Media. People say, oh, it's a podcasting network. I don't know. We don't really call it that, but we podcast about a bunch of stuff, and we have about 5 shows going right now. So we have a science fiction film, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, True Detective, what am I missing? X-Files. Is that 5? Sure. And they can all be found at LSG Media. So if you just Google LSG Media, you're going to find us. And yeah, man, what am I about? I don't know. Just talking about film and television, trying not to look down my nose at it. And if I do, I try to make it as funny as possible.
Too right.
You know what I mean? What we don't want to do is we don't want to be... making movies is hard, man. Even shitty movies are hard to make, and we don't pretend we can make movies better than other people. You know, we're not like the Seppenwalls of the world. You know what I mean? We're not there like, well, in the full fact, they could have done this. We try to avoid that. We are critical at times. We hope to make it as entertaining. Entertainment is the goal, okay?
Yeah,
in a nutshell.
Yeah.
We have sewer mouths. We might surprise you with insight, and we've got some pretty bad impersonations along the way. And particularly we are fond of doing terrible British accents because we have a decent listener base where you're at, my friend, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I have noticed the British theme coming through. It's very, very subtle, I must admit.
Oh, sure. Very Dick Van Dyke.
On occasions, yeah, but you can be forgiven for that, so that's fine.
Right.
But
it's all out of respect, right?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, don't worry. If we want America back, we'll just take it back. It's fine. It's easy.
Thanks for the warning.
The Queen will give her word, and then we shall follow her.
Is that going to work out? I don't know. If that's going to work out.
She'll be on a big white stallion at the helm of our army, and we'll just walk across the water, and we'll just take it back, put a lasso around it, and drag it back to England.
Now, this is how stoppage times work.
But I think I found you, personally.
Yes.
And LSG Media and the Science Fiction Film Podcast. I think it was through... There was a podcasting thing on Facebook. There was a group on Facebook.
Okay.
And you were asking about the name, Liberty Street... LibertyStreetGeek.net.
Good Lord, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and I think the question was something along the lines of, okay, we got this name, we want to go with it, but do we change it or do we what? And I was thinking, no, just go with what you got. You enjoy it, go with it, that's who you are. So, and you had a lot of people answering back saying, oh, no, actually, you've got to do it like this and you've got to do it like that. And I thought,
yes, those groups are full of those people. They're brutal.
Yeah, and I thought, no, but it interested me. It perked my interest, and so I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And I listened to the Science Fiction Film Podcast, gave a couple of episodes a listen, as I normally do.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, man, I like the cut of your jib, as we do say.
I like it.
And now you do the X-Files, you do Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, it is now my go-to podcast for the Game of Thrones, and it will be for the X-Files as well.
Excellent.
And I can't remember the other one you did. Walking Dead as well, yes.
Oh, Jesus. How could I forget that one? That's our second one, right? Sorry, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, so that's how I found you. So thank you for all the content that you've done so far. I'll stop kissing your ass now, so don't worry about that.
Can I sit down now?
Yeah.
No, but thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a blast. I've really considered kind of throwing together a couple of bonus episodes where I just talk about podcasting, my experience in it, and trying to help others, because there's a lot of people who want to do it, and I just tell people to just do it, you know, and not worry about everything else. And if you don't get bored in 3 weeks, then maybe you go further. But I've always thought about throwing together like not. But trust me, when I joke about the podcasting groups, it's true. There's so many people, a lot of people in there looking for a debate, and then you got a lot of people in there who are just trying to peddle their shit. You know, they're like, "Well, I have a self-help podcast, so you should probably listen to me," and it'll get you. You know, it's like it's brutal.
Yeah, but in between them people, you do have the people that generally want to help as well.
It's true, and I've gotten a lot of help from those people, especially when it comes to technical stuff. Because podcasting is a funny thing, right? It's ground up all the way. You got to figure it all out. You got to figure out how to host the stuff. You got to make your website. You got to have not shit quality, sound quality specifically, right?
Yeah,
and then. That's it, you know. So I've thought about making here's the mistakes I made, don't make them thing, right? Because there were plenty along the way. So
God, yeah, I've made loads of mistakes. So yeah, we're all,
and we'll make more. Right?
Yeah, we're all learning at the same time, aren't we? So
Elton's gonna, after this podcast, he's gonna say, well, I should never get up at 3:45 ever again to do a podcast, and should schedule that better in the future. maybe that will be your mistake.
I've already thought that thought. Don't worry about that. When my alarm went off.
Clock, right on. You're like, yeah, no, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, this is crazy hours, man. I haven't done this ever, I don't think. Have I ever done? No, I don't think I have. So, yeah, this is bonkers. But, yeah, you're welcome. So, we're here to talk about the 2016 movies that are upcoming. Is there a genre that you like, or are you into horror movies, or I don't know, maybe science fiction film movies or anything like that?
Yes. So, listen, I'm going through this list. You were kind enough to send me this list. We got about 50 here. Whether or not we get to all of them is a different story, but
oh God,
yeah,
no.
You know, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, genre, what do I like? Honestly, man, I just like good stuff. I do like a good horror film. I like science fiction, that's obvious, but I like everything. You know, it's weird. Not that I don't have any specific tastes, but I guess specifically as I scroll through this list, part of me is like, boy, there is a lot of superhero movies. And that's one thing I want to talk about with you today.
Oh, yeah.
Because part of me, 13-year-old Dean goes, oh my God, there's so many fucking, God, this is the best. But now I'm like, man, another, how many superhero films? I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a bit of the superhero fatigue. A little bit.
Okay, cool.
A little bit. But that does not mean I'm not excited for Deadpool. And I got to tell you, it could just be Harley Quinn, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It could be just Harley Quinn, but I'm excited for Suicide Squad. It probably has a lot to do with her, just being honest. But that's what I'm going to tell you.
I don't know what you mean, honestly.
Yeah, right.
I want to hit that movie. I don't want to hit it straight away because that is pretty much my money shot. But that does look amazing.
Sure.
With myself, superhero movies do not do it for me.
See? So we're similar in that respect.
Yeah, well, I like the Batman, and I like the look of Suicide Squad because they look more. It's more real.
I got you. I got what you're trying to say.
it's more real life and gritty, but Batman doesn't have superpowers per se.
Ah, okay. See, I'm like you. I like the lower power heroes or the no power heroes, the Punishers, the Daredevils, the Batmans, the guys who, if Superman shows up or Thor shows up, then even Spider-Man, comparatively speaking, is really powerful compared to some of these lesser heroes. What you don't see a lot in these Spider-Man films is he can like throw cars, right?
Yeah.
Daredevil can't throw. Batman can't throw cars. Spider-Man can. So yes, I'm like you. I like that sort of more gritty hero, that Punisher, that Batman style of yeah. I hear what you're saying there.
Yeah, well,
you get a little tired of the super flying around, throwing barges, making the world go backwards, going into outer space, and yeah. I got you.
See, as soon as Superman turns up in any movie, it's okay. Everything's null and void, really, isn't it? Because Superman can just do anything he wants,
right?
And so
he's seldom interesting, right? It's like,
yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, definitely.
I think it's my problem with Superman is I think he's just one of these guys who's like, I don't know, that he lacks conflict, and that's I think what Man of Steel tried to do differently. They were like, oh, make him this misunderstood alien that everyone turns against versus this, incredibly powerful alien who's trying to balance his fucking editorializing that he does for the Daily Planet.
Yeah,
like that's your struggle, right?
Well, I think Man of Steel that was more about. Wasn't it more about immigration than anything? It really was.
I suppose so. They're like, work on this ship below deck, you dirty bastard. We don't want you in our country. No green card for you. Get below deck. Yeah, you're right. That's funny.
Okay, right. Well, if you don't mind, I will start, kick this thing off.
I don't mind.
Okay, I want to hit a film called, I think it's already out in the US, The Boy.
The Boy.
The Boy. I'll give you a little synopsis. It's an American nanny is shocked that her new English family boy is actually a life-size doll. After volunteering a list of strict rules, disturbing events make her believe that the doll is really alive. It's got Lauren...
Maggie.
Yes, Maggie. Lauren Cohen as the main lead in this. See, horror doesn't do it for me at all because I'm a wimp. I'm proper shit scared of everything. And creepy dolls, ooh, I don't think so. But yeah, this has got like a nice flavour to it, to be honest. I think I will watch it. I don't think I'll go to the cinema to watch it, but I will definitely catch it. It's got a nice vibe to it. Nice creepy vibe.
Right. I think I'm definitely going to see it. Based on the synopsis alone, the American nanny shocked their English family's boy is actually a life-size doll. So here's the thing. A long time ago, I had a podcast where I talked about the film Conjuring. And one of the things that I said was that fucking dolls, I am a grown-ass man, and I will step on its little stupid ceramic face, right? It's a doll, for Christ's sakes. A doll shouldn't be able to murder you. It just doesn't have the leverage, right? Like Chucky, child's play. Like, want to play? No, I'll kick you in your baby dick, and I'll throw you off the roof. Like, if you're Mike Myers, I'm scared. You're a huge man with a knife, and you have Jim Kirk's dead face on your face, right? Yeah. But I've never been afraid of dolls, okay? Now, fast forward to when I see The Conjuring, suddenly I'm afraid of dolls again. So I think I'm ready to watch The Boy. I think I'm feeling properly vulnerable to experience terrifying, especially, this is creepy. I mean, it's not gonna be as creepy for you because you're in the UK, but an American dude or American nanny over there, and the doll's like, I'm gonna get you, and saying shit. Damn, that scares the shit out of me just thinking about it.
Oh yeah, especially in an English accent as well.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. Because it to me, right, to my barbaric, uncultured ass, that accent to me, especially if it's very proper. I'm not talking about like how did somebody describe it? East Ender, like real hard kind of snatch voices, right?
Yeah, Cockney type stuff.
Cockney, right? That stuff. that I just assume, education and intelligence and, I don't know, not savage murder. That's right. So it makes it more scary for me as an American, which I think is really funny because I don't know if that makes any sense logically.
No.
So to you, it's just regular. You're like, whatever, so.
No, I get it. I totally get it. See, I think growing up, I have had a similar sort of thing with the Chucky, because you just think, okay, you're a doll. I'll just take that knife off of you. Thank you very much. And I'll put you in the bin. And
right.
Put a brick on the bin, and then it's all over. No problems whatsoever. Same as Cabbage Patch Dolls as well. That was a similar sort of thing. Flipping out. God, that's a blast from the past, isn't it?
Holy shit. How old are you?
37.
Oh, okay, great. So we would have went to high school together. How's that?
Yeah. You probably kicked my ass, but there you go.
But yeah, well, of course, that age difference is big time in high school. Yeah. So yes, Cabbage. That was insanity. People were literally beating the shit out of each other for these ridiculous looking dolls that, in my opinion, looked like they had some kind of elephantitis of the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing over here, or for me, was the collector's cards for Cabbage Patch Dolls. People went fucking billy-o for them. Honestly.
No shit.
Yeah, there was kids getting beaten up at lunchtime. Oh my God, you've taken my best card. And the trading system.
And wait, how old? How old were these kids?
I'm talking about 10.
Nice. Wow.
Really,
huh.
See, with a film like this, with me, I've got kids.
Okay.
And every now and again, they'll scare the bejesus out of you. You'll be asleep in bed, fine, and all of a sudden you have like a little tap on your shoulder. And you think, oh, what's
Lord.
this? And then you've just got this child's body looming over you, and you're tired, and that sort of shit scares the crap out of me anyway.
Right.
And so when I got my daughter just looking at me, stared wide-eyed, going, my duvet fell off. I'm like, fucking hell, go away, please. And
well, your duvet fell off, but why are you holding a butcher knife? I don't understand. Go to bed. Put the knife away. Stop it.
Yeah, that's some creepy ass shit as well.
Yeah.
My boy, a couple of years ago, do you ever watch Doctor Who at all?
I'm going to be honest with you, Elton. It's on my list of things to do in 2016.
Okay. I personally wouldn't. So don't worry about that. You're not going to
really?
Me. Oh, God, yeah.
Everybody swear, and I'm not just talking about in the UK. Obviously, everyone loves it there, except you, apparently.
Yeah.
But people are like, what are you? Stop what you're doing and go. And it sucks because good show after good show after good show after good show just keeps coming out. But anyway, it's on my list of things to do. But you're telling me maybe skip it.
I'm not saying skip it, because I'll get hate mail for that, and probably death threats and flaming bags of turd on my front doorstep. But I think it's a load of bobbins. I can't stand it. But my boy drifts in and out of it. And there was an episode, which I've covered on the Shonky Lad, about the Weeping Angels. And he laid in bed at night after watching that episode. And he did not want to fall asleep, because when you fall asleep, the angels start moving and want to take you.
Oof.
And it is one of the creepier episodes.
So you must recall Doctor Who's Open from the 60s? That twirling at the screen. Woo,
oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Scared the shit out of me as a kid. Terrified me. My uncle loved it. He watched the shit out of that show. Terrified me. So yeah, I don't know if that's like this weird childhood thing coming back to me. Probably not. But I remember being actually afraid of the Doctor Who Open. It was so psychedelic and weird. And I just wasn't ready for it as a very young kid.
Yeah, you got some crazy music going over the top of that, and some weird, wacky monsters as well.
But children stuff, yeah. This doll stuff, man. The Conjuring has reaffirmed that I should be more. I need to respect the demonic doll more, because I was slipping there, and Conjuring reminded me of why I should respect the terrifying doll. So
if you don't respect it, then it will take you.
I suppose you are correct.
That's the way you'll end up going. So yeah, respect the doll.
I don't think I'm down with that.
Okay, have you got a movie?
I do. Why don't I just keep this going? I am obsessed with this movie that's coming out called The Forest.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so you might be familiar with this, right? It's the Forest is it's the movie about. Well, here's what IMDb says, just to keep it easy for people. The Forest: a woman goes into Japan's suicide forest to find her twin sister and confronts supernatural terror. So while we're talking about the scary shit, I figured this would be a good one. This is something that I learned about this year. And it's Aokigahara. Pardon my bad pronunciation. It is a real place, the suicide forest, and that's what's so fascinating about. I like horror that will take an actual place that has a weird, creepy feel to it and spin a supernatural tale around it, because it almost lends credence to it, which is something I really like. In the forest, I don't know why, but it really. It's something that interests me just because of the forest alone.
Yeah, it's I've heard about these forests.
Yeah. So Wikipedia says this about this forest. And let's see, suicides. The forest is reportedly the most popular site for suicide in Japan, among the top 3 most popular sites in the world. Statistics vary, but they say 30 suicides every year since 1988. In 2,305 bodies were found in the forest. I mean, that's out of control. That's crazy. They have signs up in the forest that say, think about your family. And here's like a suicide helpline, literally up in the woods, because they know. I know. That is creepy by itself. Now they're going to make a crazy movie about it. There's an article on Fusion. And maybe we can link to this somehow. I don't know if I can drop a link in the chat. I don't know. Is that something I can do?
Yeah, go for it.
But it says something like, it says, Japan's suicide forest is creepier and sadder than any movie. I mean, that alone is just fertile ground, in my opinion, for a film.
You're giving me the heebie-jeebies already.
Yes.
I'm
right?
sat here in a dark room, man.
The sun hasn't come up, you fucker. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. So yeah, man, I want to see it. Supernatural terror, forest, Japan. Everything's scary in Japan. Okay, I said it because we don't. It's so ancient to us. It's so foreign to us. We can't wrap our head around it. You know,
yeah, they've got all the they do horror well.
Yes,
they do horror really, really well. And that is why I've only seen a couple of movies from there, because they shit the pants off of me. I've sat there and my missus will be, it's all right. And I'm a wreck. I've got snot bubbles and dribble coming down my face. I'm an absolute mess.
That's awesome. Listen, so this is going to blow your mind. You're a Game of Thrones fan, right?
Yeah.
The female lead is Natalie Dormer, otherwise known as Queen Marjorie.
Really?
Yes.
I'm there.
You're there.
I'm
Good.
there.
I told you. Excellent. Good. So you're gonna have to email me or something. We'll have to jump on a podcast together again and talk about this movie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I know. It's creepy. I know, right? It's just, imagine going there at night, right? And you just hear, Japanese wailing as somebody splats on the ground, and it's nuts. It's like there's a place like this for dogs in Scotland, right? Do you know about this?
No, I don't, but I'm not going to Scotland ever again. No.
It's a bridge. Oh, shit. 600 dogs jump from haunted suicide bridge. Mirror.co.uk. There's an article. The Overton Bridge.
Okay.
Overton Bridge. Yeah, they're saying dogs. There's this weird thing where dogs, human and animal deaths. It's another Wikipedia article if you want to at night when your kids are asleep, preferably when you're about to go to bed so they can wake you up in the middle of the night and scare the shit out of you. I recommend checking out the Overton Bridge and about how dogs are just leaping to their deaths at this place. It's crazy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so the forest. Sleep tight, everyone.
Yeah, sounds good. See, Japan, I would love to go there. I really would.
Me too.
I wouldn't last 5 minutes over there because either I'd be scared to death or I'd just get lost and end up drowning in a puddle somewhere.
Sure.
But I would love to go there. But there's an island off of Japan, I can't remember the name of it, but it was an old military island. It's deserted now. And they have all these old buildings, maybe 6 or 10 stories high. They're all dilapidated, all falling down. But some dude has gone around with a Google Maps, Google Street View camera on his back and taken views of everything. And it's beautiful. But you see that it has just got a horror movie waiting to happen on this island.
I love it.
It's like a submarine island or something like that.
Sure. It's like, I love, there's something haunting about those sort of touched once by war, because you wonder what kind of bad omens and bad mojo they inhabit. Like the whole Chernobyl thing, which the movie was a disaster. But, something like that is interesting to me. Like, ooh, Chernobyl, all these kids are going to go there in their van and then get attacked by crazy, stupid zombies. But you know what I mean? Like, I like that. Oh, the Bermuda Triangle, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens when I go into a Bermuda Triangle Wikipedia rabbit hole? I'm done. I'll see you in 3 days, right? What about this aircraft? What about this one? So, yeah, man, I like spots on our very planet that are mysterious, and the Pacific Northwest, right, in the U.S. The sheer acreage of forest out there, and the madness of what could be, that's where people get into like, oh, there's Sasquatch and all that stupid shit. Yeah. But I like that. I like places of mystery here that are just they're haunting. There's something in this forest is the shit.
Yeah, I think when it's in a foreign country as well. Even the Blair Witch Project.
Yes.
That kind of stopped me from going into the woods ever again.
Ever. I haven't seen a tree in years. I've seen them on TV. I know they exist.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, I know you don't see anything in that movie, but it's just the way that they...
Oh, it's scary.
Apply
that's for sure.
Yeah. It scares the shit out of me. Honestly, it does. Man.
There was I will never forget that moment. Spoiler alert. When come on, please. If you haven't seen it, I can't help you. At the very end, when you see them standing in the corner, I mean, my skin crawled. I was like, "Ooh, the witch made him stand in the corner."
Ooh, my skin is crawling now. Thanks.
I love it. That's great. And that's good stuff.
Yeah, crazy. Right, I'm going to get off of the horror stuff because that is just creeping the crap out of me. I would give you a movie that I have no intention of watching whatsoever because I just can't stomach it. And it is called Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Ooh.
Are you a fan?
Hold on. Is this the sequel?
It is the sequel, yes.
The Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp. It's I don't think it's directed by what's his name?
Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah,
but it has that style. I think he's must be a producer on it or something.
Okay, his hands are on it, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, his dirty slime has wiped its face all over this thing. I think that's why I won't be going to see it. I didn't watch the first one, but it
was a disaster.
Well, the world needs a Tim Burton, just so someone else doesn't become Tim Burton. It's like
see, early Burton I like though. I mean, I like, but what happened? He's lost me. But listen, I'm going to be full disclosure here. I liked Edward Scissorhands as a kid. Yeah, it's cheesy.
Yeah.
But I don't know the original Batman, all that shit. But then I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Things got weird right around Sleepy Hollow, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you need this style to exist. It's like these crazy diseases that they get rid of, like smallpox. But you need it in a jar.
To teach humanity something?
Well, you need it in a jar just to say, okay, we haven't got rid of it, but it's there. Otherwise, something else will take its place.
I got you. So what you're saying is every once in a while, a plague needs to rip through the film industry just to remind you of what could be if you're not responsible.
Yeah.
Basically is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down.
You need a zit on your face every now and again. Just to remind yourself, you're not infallible.
Yeah.
You can get spots every now and again.
Yeah. James Bob. Oh, Alan Rickman's in it. Did you know that?
Yeah, his voice is heavily featured in the trailer.
Johnny Depp, Anne Hathaway, yeah, James. Yeah, I gotta tell you, you're not gonna catch me at that movie. I saw the first one; it was a mistake. I was like, "Oh, cool! It's gonna be neat. There's gonna be, through the looking glass." And then I was like, "What the fuck is this bitch trying to jabberwocky right now? What? Isn't this a separate poem? I don't." Yeah, and it just got too. It's Hollywood. We gotta put in our swords and explosions and armor.
Oh god,
like
yeah.
They couldn't. They didn't. It's like they have to have that big set piece. They have to have that big action piece to. I don't know. It's a sad state sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be catching me here. See, Johnny Depp as well. I don't get him.
Not a Depp fan.
Well,
How about this? Have you ever liked any of his movies?
Or
roles? Let me throw one out at you.
Go on.
Have you seen Donnie Brasco? Or do you even care about like American Mafia stuff?
I love the Mafia stuff. I haven't seen Donnie Brasco. I'm going to be straight with you. A lot of films you've seen, I probably haven't seen.
That's okay.
Because I'm completely rubbish at that. I'm trying to rectify that. But
okay.
I'm terrible at when people say, "Have you seen this?" Nope, I haven't seen it. Have you seen this? Nope, I haven't seen that.
Well, that's okay. You'll have a nice list by the end of this. Definitely put that one on it.
Hang on, I have a pen here.
I'll email you a list of films to see.
Sort me out.
Can you throw Warcraft in that? Can we tie Alice Through the Looking Glass in Warcraft together and throw them into the bottom of the ocean? Because I'm not going to see that either.
Please do.
Is that me being just an old cunt? What's my problem? I don't want to go see orcs and humans fight in an epic battle. What's wrong with me? Am I getting old?
You enjoyed Lord of the Rings, correct?
Yeah, I did.
So yeah, what is it?
I like Vigo. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know. I can't help you.
So I think I should like all that stuff. On paper, if it's written down, like Harry Potter, I should enjoy these movies.
I like Potter too, man.
I can't get along with Potter. I don't know why.
You can't get along with Potter, and you can't get along with Lord of the Rings either, huh? How about that?
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So wait, is this a medieval? Do you have a thing against? Is this like self-hatred? You're like it's too much like our history. No, it is.
There are castles. God damn it!
We have swords, not them.
I don't know what it is. I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings when they first came out.
Me too.
I think.
Okay, so far so good.
I find them a bit of a chore now.
You mean those or the Hobbit movies?
Oh no, the Hobbit movie. Oh god. The problem with the Lord of the Rings, I found there was a lot of helicopter shots and lots of people walking, and that was pretty much it.
That's for sure.
And then when there was a bit of CG, nowadays it looks ropey as fuck.
Ooh, it's pretty ropey.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
about that.
with the Hobbit movies, as soon as that came out, I thought, okay, right, you're going to have helicopter shots of people walking, and there's going to be some ropey CGI. And what happened? There was all three of them.
Yeah, I gotcha. My problem with The Hobbit is there's never they don't fight men. Like in Lord of the Rings, they fought men. The Uruk-hai were stunt guys, and Vigo had to grapple with these guys, and it was real. In this, it's just the CGI has no weight, and that's my problem with this movie that I'm attaching to your movie, and we're drowning them together.
Yep.
And that's I just don't see Warcraft. I kind of feel like if I was 10 and I put on, 3D glasses, I'd be like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. Right. But as a grown up, I'm just, the lack of weight to the CG is so hard for me sometimes.
But is this movie Warcraft now? Because we've done with Alice.
Screw
Alice.
Alice has been drowned.
Yeah. With Warcraft, is it aimed at the 10-year-olds to 15-year-olds? Because
I don't think it is.
But are they playing Warcraft?
It's PG-13, the movie, just for the record. Warcraft is. I guess. No, maybe not. Maybe it's just the 40-year-olds now.
I think it would be. It's the people that have 2 or 3 accounts running that only their wives think they have one account.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Because I know these people that have 2 or 3 accounts and they're like, oh yeah, I pay £40 a month, but that's for one account. And then it'll come out again. but then that's for the other account. But I've told the missus that it's just for this account. And you think, really, man, you're just in a rabbit hole of death and destruction. What are you doing to yourself? And he's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's all right. It's all sorted.
It's all right. I bought food at the local guild. I'll be fine. I don't need to come out of my room.
But these are the people that like having their pants pulled down on Warcraft as well. You know, they enter the game and, wow, hang on, I'm suddenly naked. What the hell happened there?
Right,
this is brilliant. And I think if I did play it, which I haven't, and I've never touched it because I think it's just like heroin on a computer, really.
If it's heroin, it didn't work on me, but we'll come back to that. Continue.
Yeah, but I feel this movie is trying to hit the wrong genre, wrong age group. It's trying to hit the 13s, the mid to early teens,
right?
Where really the cinemas are going to be packed with 30 to 40-year-olds.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Is it going to be violent enough for them? Me not knowing the story of Warcraft, I'm a bit of a disposition with it, but
that's the issue. I think calling it Warcraft was clever because if you don't know World of Warcraft, you have pop culture knowledge enough to know what the fuck they're saying. But I think the average guy who doesn't know shit about MMOs goes, "Oh, Warcraft," doesn't ever think it was a video game unless they read that it was. So that they might be trying to pull one over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a feeling, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if the orc girl gets naked, maybe I'll go. I don't know. It's just stuff weird. Yeah, definitely gonna skip it. Yeah. Down to the ocean it goes. Is that what we're doing? Are we drowning movies?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I like it. All right, so we've drowned the ones we aren't going to see. What are we doing to the ones we want to see?
We are putting them on a nice airship.
Yes.
With champagne and strawberries.
So airship, if we like them?
Yeah, why not?
Airship and strawberries, and if not, it's drowning at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
I'm in. All right.
Sweet.
Do you want to go next?
Yeah,
Since
why
I
not?
kind of piggybacked on you?
Yeah, well, this is going to kind of piggyback on you a little bit.
It.
Okay.
Right, my legs are getting tired, but let's go ahead.
The Jungle Book.
All right.
This is a retelling of the same story again. My computer has gone down at the moment, but I know it's got Scarlett Johansson and Idris Elba floating around in there.
Saffron Burrows.
Right, okay.
Jon Favreau is the director there.
But yeah, is this a story that needs telling again? It looks great. Very much like the Pi movie. What was the Book of Pi? No, what was the...
Life of Pi.
Life of Pi, that's it, yeah. It looks fabulous. Everything moves the way it should move. You're immersed into this world of this jungle and this kid called Mowgli. We all know the story.
Right.
Do we need this again, though?
That is such a fair question. I kind of feel like I'm very hypocritical when it comes to reboots and do-overs. And the reason I am is because I said, I watched Battlestar Galactica Reimagined, speaking of gritty, and I thought, this is the show I've been looking for. And it's a reboot. So now many years had passed, and I kind of feel like Jungle Book comes out every year, and it's not like we're on our 5th iteration of Battlestar Galactica, although they did have some spinoffs. So I think I'm not very objective when it comes to this stuff. I think the movies I don't like, I just say, we don't need it. But then I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to see that. So I don't think I have any clear-cut answer for you. But here's what I'm going to say. You mentioned the movement, right?
Yeah.
I think CGI struggles when it comes to mimicking movement a lot of times, especially, like a jungle cat. You're trying to capture the way a leopard maneuvers its body. Mm-hmm. And I'm with you. I think this is pretty damn as close as it's been in a long time. Because even Life of Pi, the tiger, was like, I don't know. But this, which isn't even that much newer, but I looked at it and I thought it looks cool. Now, here's the other thing. The previews in the Star Wars Force Awakens were so bad that this was the only good one. So there's this weird, I'm emotionally impacted by the preview for Jungle Book because I was like, yes, finally a preview that doesn't suck. But like you, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to go see this. Based on the lineup I'm looking at, I don't think I'm going to go see it.
I think I'll probably end up going to see it because my daughter loves the Jungle Book.
Yes. So that's awesome. So you have a built-in excuse to go see this. And I'm not saying you require one, but that's a good, how about this? That's a good reason to go.
Yeah.
It is. So you're going to have to tell me how it is.
Yeah.
And if it's worth seeing, right, as an adult.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, because I will go to see this because of my daughter, because she loves the Jungle Book. The thing is, if we had both of these movies in our house and say, okay, right, you want to watch the Jungle Book, I would naturally go back to the 60s version.
Sure.
Because that is the definitive version of the Jungle Book for me. People will say the book for them, but I will go for that because I saw that in the cinema. When I was a wee nipper, and I think that was the first time I cried in the cinema.
Really?
Yeah, when Baloo died, and then when he came back again, I got all confused, and that just made me cry more.
It doesn't work like this. This is the really real world.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was freaky. But it looks great. I just don't think, in a world of reboots and rehashes, we really need this.
Need is a strong word.
Yeah, we don't need it fully. Right. I'm wondering if the songs will be there, because in the trailer, there's a bit where Baloo is floating down the river, who is voiced by Bill Murray, by the way. So that's that's a
selling point.
Yeah, that is, yeah. And he's whistling one of his Baloo songs, and you get the tingles of, I don't want to see this, but you're drawing me into it,
right,
bastards.
Right.
So I will be going to see it because of my daughter, but I personally wouldn't go see it because it doesn't appeal to me. If I want to see the Jungle Book, I'll go put the cartoon on.
Right, I gotcha. Yeah, that's generally where I fall too. And it's funny that you're mentioning Jungle Book, because we got all these, like Tarzan. I mean, that's right under that's 34 on the list.
Yeah,
they're doing that. I mean, Jesus, I don't know if I want to spend my time talking about. So okay, so we're gonna give the orphan boy some strawberries, and the panthers and the wolves. We're gonna put them on the airship.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
all right,
let's go for it.
Yeah, spare the fucking animals. This is like our own version of Noah's Ark. Get them on there, send them up. I'm down with that.
See, I didn't realize there was another Tarzan movie. How many Tarzan movies can a world need? Apparently,
it just never stops. I seem to recall, is it Gray? What's the one with the Highlander?
Oh.
Damn, Legend of... I don't know what it's called. I don't even remember what that guy's name is. How sad is that?
No, I can see him. There's people screaming at us through their MP3 players now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got this. God damn it. Why don't you know? Well, if you haven't listened to the Shonky Lab before, you'll know why.
Christopher Lambert.
That's him.
That guy laughs like that every time. He was in Greystroke, the Legend. Yes, 1984. Greystroke, the Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes. That's the one I remember as a kid.
Is that the one where the aeroplane crashes and, well, obviously the story of Tarzan, but yeah, I think I've seen that one. I think I enjoyed that one.
I think that's the one. Right.
But there's so many. That's the thing.
So many. You can't even keep track of them. First time I cried in the movie theater, by the way, was when Darth Vader died.
Right? Really?
Yeah, because Return of the Jedi, I recall distinctly. I'm pretty sure. That's coming to mind. I just figured I'd share that since you shared yours. But yeah, Tarzan. Do we need to Tarzan? You. I'm sorry, but overboard you go, pal.
Yeah, too right.
Tarzan. There's a bunch of them like that in this. Like the Huntsman's Winter War, like all these fairy tale movies. right? I guess I should pick something that I want to ship. What do I want to ship this year? The choices are tough. I want to. All right. I want to ship. I want to talk about Deadpool. Can we talk about Deadpool?
Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah.
All right. Listen. Deadpool might be the horror. Jesus. Deadpool might be the hero movie that Dean needs.
Okay.
I'm so tired of hero movies. It's all the same bullshit. It's like, oh my God, this, and then this, and then my family, and I got hero powers, and then I'm awkward, and then I'm going to save the day, and then I recruit help from, I don't know, it's the same fucking shit over and over and over again. Deadpool alters this because Deadpool is rated R. So as silly as that sounds, is that I'm very excited about the fact that they are really going to push the envelope. Marvel's really saying, okay, we're going to make the Deadpool that you guys want. We're finally going to do it. Here you go. It's rated R. As I understand it, Ryan Reynolds really pushed for that. They were talking PG-13. He's like, it's never going to work. That's not how the character is.
Yeah.
Now, I admit I don't know a lot about Deadpool. I'm learning more and more about Deadpool, but he's twisted, and that's what I like about him. He's a twisted, crazy person, and he's a hero. And I am intrigued by a lot of movies talk tough, right?
Yeah.
A lot of movies talk tough. In fact, a lot of movies talk tough during the movie, and then they kind of wimp out on you, and they're like, no, they're not dead. They're here. See, everyone's alive. It's great. They kind of wimp out on the endings. A lot of films do that. I'm really hoping Deadpool says, I'm here. I'm going to be tough. It's going to end, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really high on it being good. I like that they got Gina Carano to play Angel Dust. Gina Carano is cool because she's actually an MMA fighter. So she's bringing that's another thing for me. Martial arts has to look good. It can't look sloppy and cheesy.
Yeah. There's too many holes that you can fall down.
So many. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just the preview alone where he's like, did I leave the oven on? Like in the middle of a firefight. That's the shit. Well, it's so hard to relate to heroes. I guess is what I'm trying to say. They never act like normal people in movies. They because we don't want them to. But I want them to sometimes, and that's why I want Deadpool to react like you would react if you were sitting across from him hearing what he heard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Well, see, I'm not familiar with the Deadpool comics or anything like that. The first thing I heard about it was, I think there was a video game. And then I heard about this movie, and then I've seen bits of comics. And this one is getting my attention.
It's getting my attention, too. I don't know a lot about it either. I mean, I know he was a spec ops guy. I don't want to do any spoilers, but yeah, he was a spec ops guy who basically got some powers, right?
Yeah.
And then he's dark and twisted. He's a crazy person.
Well,
so I want to see.
In the trailer, they say that he's got cancer of the brain, liver.
That's right.
And stuff like that. So
that's right.
He has an experiment done on him. Not spoiling anything because this is in the trailer. And there's a couple of trailers, and there's a couple of R-rated trailers as well. But this has got my attention because the suit looks really good, first and foremost. Secondly, it's R-rated.
Right.
And that is going to get people's attention. This, to me, is a reward to all the Marvel fans out there that went to see the first Avengers, went to see the second Avengers,
right,
went to see Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, all of this. They've had this journey. And this is kind of your side level quest in Mario where you find a secret level. And it's there.
I don't belong here.
Yeah. And it's kind of Marvel going, okay, you stuck with us on that. You gave us billions of dollars. Thank you very much. Here's the Deadpool you want.
Right.
And this is the way it's come across to me. It looks good. He breaks the fourth wall. I like his cockiness all the way throughout. I think Ryan Reynolds is a perfect fit for this as well.
Sure. You know what's funny? Can I just jump in right there?
Yeah.
Not a big Ryan Reynolds fan. But But I have to admit, I understand the charming wit that makes him popular, and I think he's probably a good choice for this character, and I'm looking forward to changing my opinion about him. There we go. That's all I need to say.
Have you seen the film Buried?
No. I said that with a question mark.
Okay. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Right. This is the pitch that they did in the offices to get this film greenlit.
Looking for it.
It's Ryan Reynolds in a box.
Ooh.
That's it.
What?
Ryan
is this
Reynolds,
like Phone Booth with Colin, whatever the hell his name is over there? Forgot his name already. Colin Farrell?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like Phone Booth, but he does have a phone, but he's buried.
Okay, holy shit.
It's well worth a watch. I watched this just because I was out at work. I was put up in a hotel, and I didn't want to mingle with all the other people that I was supposedly working with because they were dicks. And so I decided, you know, I'm going to slip off, and I went to the movies. And I saw 2 movies. I saw The Devil, the one where they're trapped in a lift. And I'm a lift engineer.
Yes,
and,
I remember your email to us explaining it to us.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, hang on, no, I shouldn't be watching this because I don't really like lifts. What the hell am I doing? But I went for it anyway. And then the next day I saw Buried. And I was strangely fascinated by this movie. I think he gives a fantastic performance with what he's got. He's very limited. And what they do with that movie is really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
So, yeah, you definitely go check out Buried. You probably buy it today.
Can I say have you seen Kill Bill 1 and 2?
No.
Okay, so there's a scene where she is rendered unconscious by way of Michael Madsen, and if you've listened to our Species episode recently, you know how we feel about him. But he is going to he throws her in a pine box. They nail it shut and they fucking bury her, and she clicks a light on while she's in there, and just that alone was giving me like anxiety. I was like, oh my word, she's in a box underground. This is like, and she's punching and flailing away and crying, and it's so futile. I mean, she doesn't die, but it's it's just that feeling of what do you do? So yeah, I can see what was it, if you can, without spoiling Buried, what was it about it that you think was so captivating?
I think it was, you get to a certain point in the movie and then you realize, hang on, this is the movie.
I see. Yeah.
Very much like Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Where,
you're like, oh, okay, this is where we're staying.
Yeah, you're thrown into this situation and you think there might be something like a sideline or a subplot or anything like that. You're never taken away from the main plot.
Gotcha.
And all of a sudden it catches up on you and you think, hang on, we're here quite a lot and nothing else is going on. I think we're going to be here for the duration. And at that point I was, okay, fine. I know where I'm going to be for the next 40 minutes. Brilliant. Let's just go for it. And it caught me off guard.
Awesome. I will definitely check it out, and I will definitely check out Deadpool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I will definitely be going to see Deadpool. Not a superhero fan, as I've said before, but this, as long as it doesn't over joke all the way through.
Yes, that's a concern, right? There's always a fine line. There's always a fine line in being too cute. You don't want to get too cute with your dialogue. Stop it.
Yeah. See, he's going to be breaking the fourth wall. I've got no problems in that at all.
Yep.
I just don't do it too much. But then again, me saying that, I haven't read the comics, and he probably does it every other page. So if I get cross with that, I can't get cross with it because it is Deadpool.
Right. Yeah, but well, in your defense, though, if that's the case, sometimes the frame doesn't translate to the screen, so you have to you have to make adjustments for that. If movies were like the comics exactly, sometimes they might be a little silly. So you got to hope and be like, well, we'll see how it goes, So I hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna give him. We're gonna pop the champagne for him and send him up on the airship with all the animals. I think
He's up there with Mowgli at the moment. Just think about that.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Right. Okay. My choice then, is it?
It is.
Okay. This film came out on the 22nd of January. Synchronicity.
It's already out.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's called Synchronicity. I believe you can actually buy it on iTunes right now.
Okay.
And
Tell me.
I've just seen the score on IMDb, and I'm like, oh dear, I shouldn't have gone down this rabbit hole. It's a 5.5 on IMDb, which doesn't bode well.
Yeah, don't worry about those.
But okay, right. The synopsis is a physicist who invents a time machine must travel back to the past to uncover the truth about his creation and the woman who is trying to steal it.
Ooh, boy, does that sound like a goddamn, I don't know, a primer waiting to happen.
I've read some reviews on this, and people think it's very intelligent, but it could be trying to be too intelligent for its own good. The trailer looks good, and as soon as people say time travel to me, I'm there.
Yes.
Primer is one of my all-time favorite movies anyway.
You are a self-hating individual. You just want to beat yourself up, right? You're like, I will love this movie, even if it makes my brain explode.
Well, right. I'm going to give you props now for this. You and Jessica.
Jessica, I was like lucky that she jumped in on this one because, good Lord.
Flipping out. She was amazing on that because I've covered Primer on Shonky Lab in an old episode. So,
nice.
Please go and see that.
I would be happy to.
And I thought, okay. I heard that you guys were going to try it. And I thought, okay, right, let's give it a go. And I sat there weeping, going, oh, God, they've done it. They've done it again. They've done better than me, you bastards. I flipping hate you. I even had a special guest on that episode as well, a comedian from over in England. But
oh, cool.
You guys just broke it right down and just knocked it out of the park.
That's all her, man. I was comfortably in her pocket for that one, and when I said I'm gonna play the dumb audience member who doesn't understand this movie, I was literally playing myself. So she walked us through it pretty well. I was like, oh yeah, I get it, but I'm gonna play the dumb guy. No, that's not true. I didn't quite get it, so I am the dumb guy. You can tell me how this movie's supposed to be.
Yeah, well this movie's Synchronicity, it's got the same kind of look to it. It's not shot on home cinema thing. Primer was done by all of his own equipment on film that he couldn't really afford.
Right.
And even some cuts, you can actually see him at the end of the cut saying, cut. On this, I don't think it's that as cheap as Primer.
Sure.
But I think it's aiming for that sort of look and that sort of scientific knowledge coming through the screen as well. It's one I'm definitely going to watch because time travel, I'm intrigued. I'm there.
Sure. So
I try
Except
to buy
if
it.
your name's Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, God, no, that's a bag. No, I won't say that. iTunes, it's not selling over here on iTunes yet. I'm guessing they're waiting for a UK release for it to come out. It probably won't even be in cinemas over here.
This is telling me, according to my IMDb page for Synchronicity, it's saying watch now from $6.99 on Amazon Video. So maybe it's like a rentable film at this point.
Right.
I don't know if you see that. Maybe that's just a U.S. store or U.S. site. What? Yeah, man. One of the things. Oh, Michael Ironside's in it.
Yeah.
Ooh, and he plays a man named Klaus Meisner.
Well,
that's grounds for seeing it. To be honest with you,
I kind of wish Michael Ironside was in my family. He'd be great. He'd be great picking you up from school. And
wait, how old are you in this scenario? Hold on, back it up. Let's set the stage.
In this scenario, I'm 12, and Michael Ironside is my granddad.
Oh, right. Perfect. So Michael Ironside, you're talking Michael Ironside, 2016 Michael Ironside.
Yeah.
Not like Top Gun Michael Ironside.
No,
where he just looks like a straight sociopath.
No, in this, he's picking me up from school, and you can just see all the looks from all the other mums and dads looking at him going, That's Michael Ironside. He's a bad dude. Because he gets
that. That's great. Yeah, and listen, they're trying to tell me the storyline down below here. Dark City, Blade Runner, Alphaville. They're going in the tradition of Dark City, Blade Runner, and Alphaville.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Alphaville is, but Dark City and Blade Runner, I sure should know.
I don't know. I'm going to look up Alphaville though. Definitely.
All right. I will. So listen, as soon as you say a physicist who invents a time travel machine, I almost reactively leap from the plane and pull my ripcord because I'm terrified of how it might turn out. But I will say this, based on Michael Ironside and the fact that it is using the words Dark City and Blade Runner alone, might be worth a rental.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. I am terrified of really smart time travel movies because then I'm like, well, how does that work again? But yeah, man, awesome. Synchronicity. Jesus, I can't say it. Synchronicity. There we go.
Get Jessica on that one as well.
Yeah. This is how you say words. Oh, you mean the movie?
Yes, yeah.
I thought you meant to teach me how to speak English correctly.
Oh, God, no.
I was like, that was a really funny joke you just made.
Then just killed it.
All right. So listen, I got a lot of picks here I'm looking at.
Go on, hit some big ones.
You want me to hit a big one?
Yeah. No, we're not going to do the whole thing.
All right, I'm hitting a big one right now. It's not my biggest one. I'm going to save my biggest one, but I'm going to hit a big one. I really, really want to see Hail Caesar.
Oh, okay.
Because I am a Coen Brothers fanboy, and I am irretrievably so.
Okay, remind me what they've done though.
Ethan, the thing I most recently watched, which I had seen in the past, and I'm seeing again, is No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I'm ashamed to say no.
That's okay.
Did they do what's the other film?
Fargo.
Fargo, yes, I've seen that.
They did Fargo. All their movies are kind of like that. They have a real quippy dialogue. They're good, man. They're responsible for the Fargo TV series, which I've seen I think 3 episodes of the first season. It was amazing, but I was so busy I couldn't finish it. And it's on my list along with Mr. Robot and Expanse and every other fucking show I need to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did that. Burn After Reading, which a lot of people don't like, but I like it purely for John Malkovich because I think he's really funny. That came out the year after No Country. Bad Santa. Ooh, that's a Miller's Crossing. That's a great movie. That's 1991. Raising Arizona. Big Lebowski. I mean,
see, I haven't even seen Lebowski.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until I'm like an old man in an old people's home, and I'll have all these DVDs that I've got to watch, and I'm kind of waiting for that day now.
I think I'm gonna watch The Big Lebowski now. Poop. Oh, after I change my diaper. So yeah. Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum. I know. But
then again, Channing Tatum, he was in G.I. Joe, and I would defend that to the death. I flipping love G.I. Joe.
You're like, no, wait a second. He was in Foxcatcher. It was a really great movie. But no, you're like, no, he was in G.I. Joe, and I will rattle the saber at all times for that movie. I've never seen the G.I. Joe movies because I really liked the cartoon as a kid. So you were about my age. Did you watch G.I. Joe?
Over here, it was called Action Force.
Ah, that's brilliant. It sounds better. Well, I mean, you know.
Check out the song to the Action Force movie. Instead of the G.I. Joe movie, they've changed all the words, and the English version, I'm sorry, is miles better.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is.
Is it? But so wait. So Action Force is the name of the movie.
Action Force
or is just what they called it.
Is what we would call G.I. Joe because we don't have GIs over here.
Right, of course not. Yeah, of course.
We have Action Man, and that.
Okay, so what you're saying is Action. Say it again. Action Force was your animated version of G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but it was the G.I. Joe cartoons. Just redubbed with Action Force instead of G.I. Joe, which was
different
really
character
weird.
names?
It was weird because when the G.I. Joes would pull their ripcords and their parachutes would pop out, it'd say G.I. Joe on the top of them. And you think, hang on a minute, this is Action Force. What the hell's going on here?
This is America trying to infect your culture. So, yeah. That's too funny. Action Force. And it was good, huh?
I flipping loved it. I've got all the comics still upstairs. I've still got my VHS copy of the movie. I love G.I. Joe or Action Force. I flipping love it. And then when the movies came out, I'm like, I'm there, front of the queue.
I was an irretrievable G.I. Joe dork. I loved it, loved all the figures, loved all of it. So yeah, that's funny. But see Hail Caesar, I'm going to see it. And how about this? To keep it simple, a Hollywood fixer in the 1950s works to keep the studio's stars in line. But one of their biggest stars goes missing for this movie they're going to do called Hail Caesar. That big star is played by, I thought, George Clooney.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, because I think that's what the preview was. And they have these really wacky, zany films, and that's what I like about them. But Tilda Swinton's in it. I like her. They like her. They've used her before.
She was in Snowpiercer, wasn't she?
She was. Yes.
Yeah.
And Snowpiercer.
Scarlett Johansson's in this as well.
Yep. Burn After Reading. Yep, she was in that other Coen Brothers film. Yeah, I like her. She's good.
I like the style of this movie. It looks good. I think where the comedy would come down, I think it would be subjective whether I would like it or not.
Sure.
I like Clooney. I like that stylized look that they're going for. It would just be the actual comedy coming through, whether I would like it or not. And I'll know within the first 5 minutes.
Right. I think what I'm intrigued about in the movie, besides the Coen brothers, in the cast I'm more excited about the Coen brothers themselves than the cast. And I like the cast, but that's how much I like the Coen brothers. So my hope is that the movie, because, the tagline, a Hollywood fixture in the 50s trying to keep studio stars in line, I want to see just the decadent ludicrousness that these people put up with to keep these big babies in line. Like, that to me is funny.
Yeah.
Like the ridiculous demands they're going to have, the crazy hijinks they find themselves in because they're just crazy people, all these stars, right? And I want to see how they deal with that, especially in the 50s, which is, to pick the 50s is what's interesting to me, because it's, it's innocent and all this bullshit in America, right? Oh yeah, we go to church and all this other dumb stuff. But I want to see the underbelly, what it really is, and that's what intrigues me about it. So
yeah.
Definitely on my high. Definitely gonna Lake and Clink glasses with Deadpool in the animals. I'm down with that.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna hit one. This is a reboot. I think it's classed as a reboot. Nothing is given on IMDb for this movie, but you will definitely know its predecessors because everyone does. It's Ghostbusters.
Ooh, strong pick.
Summer this year, July.
Yes,
in fact.
July. It'll
Yeah,
be here before you know it.
yeah.
Tell me why.
I don't know why, but I'm excited about this because
awesome.
I don't know. As a kid, I grew up loving Ghostbusters. I loved the cartoon as well. I built my own proton pack out of my dad's cigarette packets and a box and some hose that we had lying around. I loved it to pieces.
Can I ask you, which Ghostbusters? The real Ghostbusters cartoon? I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Was it that one?
Oh,
because there was a couple, right? And the one that's really good, I think, is the real Ghostbusters.
That's the original cartoon, isn't it? Yeah, that would be the first iteration of the cartoons that came out.
Yeah, I think that I also know I loved the cartoon. In fact, when I'm done talking to you, I'm going to watch it on YouTube because I liked it so much, man. You got me thinking, like, you opened up this door of memories for me.
Well, the intro, was it the intro? I think it was. You had the ghost walking down the street, dodging stuff.
And then he walks into the X in the circle, whatever the hell you call that symbol. he walks into that, and it's like no ghosts, and it's playing, you know, the actual theme song.
Yeah, which is surprising as well that they got a hold of that.
Right, that's what I mean. Yes, that's the one. I love that show so much. Oh my God, that was like, I must have been in middle school, and I remember I had figured out how to use a VCR, and I would record it and watch it, and it was like no responsibility. I didn't give a shit about money. I didn't worry about anything. There was no stress in my life, and that show would whisk me to sleep every night. And that's going to whisk me to sleep tonight. Thank you, Mr. McManus.
But will you be going to see this movie? Because I think I will be, because I'll be having the nostalgia kick. They'll put all the old movies on as well, so we'll be seeing them before we go to the cinema. My kids, I think that they have seen the original Ghostbusters. I haven't seen the second one yet, but they enjoyed it. They didn't get the scariness, because that lady in the library at the start scared the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah. Shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
But it is such an ingrained part of my youth that I will be going to see this movie. I don't care if they put ladies in there. Go for it. It doesn't matter. Actors are actors.
Yeah, that stuff bothers me very little. In fact, if I was one of those people to, you know, out waving whatever fucking banner people want to wave, I would almost be saying, why can't we have like something original for us, ladies? Why do we, you know what I mean? But I don't give a shit, man. I don't care. I know Sigourney Weaver's in it, and I know Aykroyd's in it, and I know the original cast is in it.
Yeah, Bill Murray's knocked down there as well. He's in there. In there.
So that interests me. I love Andy Garcia too. But yeah, man, I don't care if it's a good movie. That's all I care about. Yeah. Right? Make a good movie. If it's good, I'm gonna go see your movie. So yeah, I don't care if it's ladies. It doesn't bother me at all.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. I want to see this. So
I want it to be a sequel, though. I don't want it to be a reboot. I don't want it to be like, I want it to follow. I mean, Dan Aykroyd's one of the freaking writers. Oh, this is he wrote the characters, I guess.
Oh, he's classed as a writer as well.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. Yeah, I want it to be a sequel to number 2. I don't want it to be a reboot and everything has been forgotten and this is a reset. This should be a continuation. This should just be... Ghostbusters should almost be like a franchise in New York. Right. Yeah, I hear you. And this could be a I don't know, maybe just one of the franchise. You know, like there's McDonald's everywhere, aren't there? So maybe Ghostbusters in this town, maybe Ghostbusters in that town. This is just following the journey of these people, because if there's ghosts everywhere. Right. Not just in New York. I like it. It's almost like we're on every corner of everything. Yeah. Yeah. So let me throw a little devil's advocate in there. So the only thing I would wonder is why would you deliberately make it all women, right? Do you think is that deliberately done just for the sake of doing it because Hollywood wants to ring that bell? Like, do they want to wave that banner? Why deliberately do that? Is it because they're the most qualified of the people who could have been ghosts? Is there something specific about them that makes them special? That's like, I hope that becomes something, right? Am I off in my thinking here that their qualifications should be outside of their sex? I mean, I don't know. Am I overthinking this? Okay, getting political for the real world. If you're good at a job, you're good at a job. Right. And you should get paid exactly the same. Doesn't matter your colour, your sex, religion, or anything like that. Right. Goes without saying. I gotcha. And I think Ghostbusters should be. It just feels. I think a lot of people have gripped onto the fact that it is just an all-girl cast. Right. Or all-lady cast, sorry. And... Well, the 4 Ghostbusters in question, I think, is what people are assuming at this point. Yeah, and well, there's been photos of them as well, isn't right? There? And that's kind of how they're marketing, and that's my point. Are you marketing it just to say, "Hey, girls, we got Ghostbusters now, yeah," and everyone fist bumps and I don't know, goes and buys pocketbooks? I don't know. I want it just to be a Ghostbusters film.
Yes, I totally get that. It's been far too long for there to not have been a Ghostbusters movie.
See, going back to the Doctor Who, recently there was debate on there should be a black actor playing Doctor Who.
Okay.
And there should be a female actor playing Doctor Who. And who
because isn't that the thing? He's always somebody different, kind of, right? That's like a big part of it.
Yeah, he transforms every couple of seasons for some weird reason. I do not know. I don't know enough about it. And frankly, I don't care. But
hate mail's coming.
Yeah, too right. But there's lots of people screaming, oh, you need this person in this role to fill your quota and to tick your boxes. I personally don't believe you should just fill a box just to fill a box.
I got you.
There's no need for that. But I think if it naturally comes and it works, then go for it.
That's my point. Yeah. Is it their, is it going to be something crazy like, oh, it's their daughters? And it's not, because their last names are different. But I sometimes wonder, like, what is, I mean, yeah, I guess I just want to know what uniquely qualifies. How did it turn out that of the four that are actually battling the supernatural, that they turned out this way? Is it going to make sense from a story perspective? Because I don't. The story is what matters to me, not the agenda. So that, I guess that's my point. I'm not saying there shouldn't be female Ghostbusters. Obviously, that goes without saying. But I'm thinking, just from sheer math, how is it that they are the ones in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess that's my point. I guess we'll find out, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it because it's fucking Ghostbusters.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's awesome. In proton packs, in Don't Cross the Streams, in ghost traps. I mean, that's awesome. Right?
The costumes as well, the proton packs will be just like the lightsabers are at the moment.
Yes, that's a good point. Great pick.
Okay, go on, Em. Hit us with a biggie.
All right, I'm going to hit you with my biggie.
Okay.
Just and then if you want to go longer, I got as much time as you need. So here's my big one. All right. It's the goddamn science fiction film podcast I'm on, right, people? So Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Ooh, okay.
Man, I'm excited about this. And here's why. Remember how I just told you I'm sick of all the Marvel bullshit?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sick of all the Star Wars bullshit yet. So it's still early for me, right? The Force Awakens came out. There hasn't been a Star Wars movie in 15 years or whatever. So now they're going to start rolling them out. Now Disney has it. They clutched it from the cold, Emperor Palpatine-like grip of George Lucas. And now they're going to just let writers get after it, right? They're not going to... George Lucas's control is no more. And that injects new creativity, new ideas. It's like when the expanded universe launched in the novels, and I couldn't be happier. I was reading, oh my God, Great Animal Thrawn, yay! So this is what I feel like with Rogue One Star Wars. I'm looking forward to. I like how they write the title, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, not Star Wars Rogue One Episode 46, but just a story in the Star Wars universe is huge. It's a fertile ground. George Lucas apparently wrote some of the characters. I think he's a good idea man. I said that in the podcast for Phantom Menace. I think he's the idea guy. He has great ideas. Keep using him. That's awesome. So I like the idea of this. They haven't even named the characters. So these might be characters that already exist. So yes, I'm excited about Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Rebels set out on a mission to steal the plans for the Death Star. That sounds cool, man.
Oh, definitely.
That sounds like some clandestine wet works type of stuff, right? I like that. I like that stuff. And here's the real. There's a couple of major things that this film has going for it. First, Mads Mikkelsen is great, right? This guy from Denmark, he played Hannibal.
Yes.
He was in that movie that everyone should watch called The Hunt. I highly recommend The Hunt. Write it down. I like him. Obviously, I like Alan Tudyk, right? He's from Firefly.
Oh,
He's gonna
yes.
be in this movie. Forrest Whitaker's great. But my big gun in this movie, my big gun, and I just posted this on the site this morning on our Facebook page, Ben Mendelsohn. This guy is amazing. He's in the show called Bloodline on Netflix, and he plays Danny Rayburn, this kind of burnout younger brother of this rich family, and the drama that is encapsulated in that. And it is incredibly good. His acting is awesome, and I can't believe he's going to be in a Star Wars movie. That alone has me very excited. But this is of the movies coming, this is the one I most want to see because it's freaking Star Wars and I can't help myself. And Ben Mendelsohn is great, and that's what I want to see the most. And I'm clutching my fist, waving it because I'm so excited. That's what I want.
I'm excited about it. I like the idea of it. No, there's no but for this. I have buts for episode 8, but that's not this year, so
that's next year. Yeah.
I'm excited about this. I've heard that Gareth Edwards is the director for this. He said that there are no Jedis in this.
That's brilliant.
Which it's fair enough. That's what it should be, really.
Does that concern you? You're like, no fucking lightsabers? Are you kidding me?
No. He said no Jedis.
I see. I see what you were getting at. So, how does that concern you, or do you think that? What do you think about that?
If they do Darth Vader, I hope it is like Luke was in Episode 7.
I see what you're saying.
You catch a glimpse, or these guys are walking around the Death Star, and they're ducking around, and you see Darth Vader just come out of a toilet or something.
And he's like, "Did I flush?" Yeah,
Darth Vader would stand on the doorway and just, "Did I flush?" And they would just look at it and watch it flush on its own.
Yes, that's amazing.
But
just tucks the paper under his arm and goes about his day. I don't think you're going to see him.
Do you not?
No, if he's telling you there's going to be, unless he's being cute because Darth Vader's a Sith, not a Jedi, right? Do you think that's what's happening? He's trying to be cute?
That's what I think, yeah.
Okay.
But then again, there are no Jedis. The only Jedi that we know of is Yoda and Ben Kenobi at that time.
Right, and they're both in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, here's why I like the idea of this. Let's see. Storyline, it says, Rogue One, a Star Wars story focused on an esteemed Imperial scientist whose genius was crucial to the technological development of the Death Star. After learning of the Empire's true intention, Galen Marek defects in order to find his only daughter and destroy the very weapon he helped create. So I like that part of it. There's some human drama there. I think that's cool. I also like the idea that it is a cloak and dagger story. That shit is cool. I like Cold War, cloak and dagger, James Bond stuff. I like that stuff. That, like I'm saying, that wet works, like, drop the case over here. Who did you call? I don't know. Putting, passing clandestine notes in newspapers. I'm not saying it's going to be like that, but even if it's just like a stealth kind of, ghost protocol, sneaking around and having brief engagements without giant action things, I think Star Wars, it would be cool to kind of see something a little bit different like that if they can do it, and that's what I mean. Like if they can, this cool like strike team that goes in and they're like, it's almost like Star Wars but Navy SEALs shit,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Some real gritty war action.
Yes. The image alone is gritty. The picture they're showing you looks real gritty. And that's what I want.
Yeah. Proper guerrilla warfare in the Star Wars story. That's what I want.
Yes. You're nailing it. Guerrilla warfare in Star Wars. Rebels, right? They're fucking rebels. They need help. They're not you're right. They're
a small band.
Yes.
They're not
a pitiful little band, to be specific. But yes.
And I want... People worry about movies getting too gritty and too dark, which we'll get on to in a second. But
sure,
I want that in this because Star Wars can be a bit too clean and too bright and too colourful sometimes.
Yes, I think it could benefit from some grit.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you.
Some knocked up vehicles, which we do get from time to time, but something that's... The thing that The Force Awakens showed us for the first time, possibly the second time. It's the first time you've seen blood.
Yes.
You saw it on the Stormtrooper's face, or on his mask.
Pretty explicitly for Star Wars.
Yeah, and that's the first time you've seen blood, apart from when Darth Maul gets chopped in half.
Yeah, a little bit of blood when Obi-Wan Kenobi disarms that guy in the Mos Eisley Cantina too.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Right, a little bit there.
Damn, I forgot about that.
That's okay.
But you don't get that. As soon as you see blood, though, in this world, it kind of reels it up a little bit.
Sure, smeared across a face mask. I mean, that's, for Star Wars, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's going deep for them. And so I'm hoping for a bit more of that in this.
Yeah, I like that. It's funny. There's grit in the Star Wars universe, in the expanded universe, which is now not canon. They call it legacy now, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But, and this is my excitement about George Lucas, because he wanted to write every story. Now that it's in Disney's hand, imagine these writers who have loved Star Wars their whole life and all they ever wanted to do is write something for it, now have an opportunity to get their idea on screen.
Yeah. Because
that was never happening before. And that's what I mean. All those writers who are like, wow, we can write Star Wars novels? Great. Along come the Timothy Zahns, right? And they're like, oh, I'm going to pen these novels. This is going to be amazing. And they do, and they're like, we're going to make it a little different. It's going to be nice. And people like me can just soak it up because there's no movies to speak of for years. And now I feel like Disney has created this opportunity for that to happen. And it's only going to be so gritty, I think, because it's Disney. But I'm hoping it's kind of a little gritty, because Disney can be a little gritty if they want to be. They have in the past.
Oh, yeah. But I think George Lucas's tight grip on this has created this new wave of writing, because it's given the opportunity for people who have grown up with this to write these films. If you'd given this away maybe 20 years ago, or opened it up as soon as he had the Star Wars thing, you wouldn't have these people that have the love for this franchise. And so you wouldn't have people growing up with it and knowing what they like, and knowing the bounty hunters, and diving back into the EU and discovering what they do actually like.
Right.
So he kind of has created this rabbit that he's pulled out of the hat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Me too. That's my big gun.
Okay. Right, I'm going to hit you with my big gun then. Suicide Squad.
Yes.
I'm so fucking excited about this. I keep actually feeling a little sexy right now talking about this, but the trailers, the first teaser trailer was so good, with that beautiful little song behind it, and every now and again just dropping in a bit of a sound effect, and then you get to see the Joker, which I am all up for. I've got no problems in Jared Leto. No problems whatsoever with him doing that.
It's time.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Look, excuse me. Heath Ledger, boy, he's incredible. And he did great. And Jack Nicholson did great before him. And everyone was like, no way, Jack Nicholson. And now everyone's like, no way, Heath Ledger. And I have a feeling they're going to be saying the same thing about this guy.
I hope so. Because, like you said, people were like that about Cesar Romero as well, when Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger took over. I feel they wanted to be a bit contrary, though, about it.
I think you're right.
And, oh yeah, let's just hark back to the TV series and do the old guy. But this time around, it's got me buzzing for some reason. Will Smith in it as well.
I gotta say, I'm not a huge Will Smith fan, but I think I like what appears to be a downplayed role, a character role, not I have to be the crazy hero with my wisecracking shit. Like, I want to see this from him. I want to see him not the center of attention, and I want to see how he deals with it.
Yeah.
So I am excited about him playing Deadshot. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to come out. When is it actually coming out? August. Yes. Flipping out, that's miles away.
No, it's not. It'll be here soon, man. Trust me. Look, Margot Robbie, by the way, good golly, Miss Molly, is that an attractive lady? I first saw her in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And then I was like, she's gonna play Harley Quinn. Good golly! And Harley Quinn is really all right. I guess the Joker is the make or break it, right? Let's be real. But outside of that, it's got to be Harley Quinn. You can't fuck up Harley Quinn. She's so good. She's just a cool character. And did you see the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer yet?
Yes,
dude. It's
I've
so
seen
good.
that about 5 or 6 times.
My friend saw it 5 or 6 times in a day. He kept texting me. He's like, "Dude, you got to see this." I'm like, "I saw it when you were here and you played it earlier." He's like, "No, watch it again." I'm like, "Okay."
I'm kind of hoping that the Joker will be the sideline, though.
I like your style. Me too.
I want us to want more, but not get too much that we're oversaturated with the Joker already. What we've seen in the trailers has been good. He looks really good. He looks creepy as well. And I think he's got that kind of air of presence that it might chill kids as well.
Yes, I agree with that. I also, who's that? Like, looks like some kind of like undead lady, enchantress. Is that who that's supposed to be?
Oh,
I don't know much about Suicide Squad, but I'm thinking that's who that is.
Oh, the witch. I can't remember what the witch is called though. Enchantress, Kara. Oh, Kara.
Delavingi, Vingini, whatever the hell. Yeah, that's who that is. Her character looks neat too.
Oh, definitely. See, I think she might be the surprise in this movie.
Right.
Everyone's focused on Harley Quinn and thinking, she's knocking it out of the park already. Looking great, acting great. It just flows well with her on the screen. And that's what you want. But then you also want these side characters to come in and kind of grab you by the balls and hang on, there's other characters in here that are just as good and played just as well as these main characters like the Joker and the Harley Quinn. Right.
Yeah. Right. There's a few of them I'd like to grab me by the balls, to be honest with you. But yes, I know what you're saying. I got what you're saying. Yes, I think that I don't know. I want ensemble casts are funny because sometimes somebody, like you're saying, there could be a dark horse in this. That's whoa, what a cool character, what a great portrayal, and but you can't fuck up the big guns.
I didn't realize Ben Affleck was in this one.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
As Ben Affleck? No, as Batman, I guess. So I guess Batman's going to make an appearance. Little crossover action.
Which is good.
Yeah, I mean, he's part of it. Like I said, I don't know a ton about the Suicide Squad, but I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, the trailers have been out of this world. I'm quite shocked on how much I'm looking forward to this. I'm not a massive Will Smith fan. There's an Independence Day coming out without him in it. I heard that he wanted points on that movie, which he's entitled to because he's box office.
Right.
Would he be getting points for this? I do not know. But I like his style of dropping down a couple of pegs, not being the main man, but being in there and just having a flawless role in this.
That's what I'm saying. Will, no pressure, no bullshit, right? He doesn't, the movie does not hinge on him like every movie he's in. If he sucks, the movie's, right? He's always the big guy. He's the man. Like you're saying, he's box office. Now, in the position he's in this movie, it's not. Everyone's thinking about the Joker and everyone's thinking about Harley Quinn. They're not thinking about Will Smith. People are going, oh, it's like a question mark arises over your head. Oh, Will Smith's in this? Crazy. Didn't even know. Right? And that's cool, man. I like that. And I want him to relax, not have to worry about being the man and just like settle into the Deadshot role and see what he can do with it. So yeah, I'm curious about him almost more than any of them because I kind of feel like it's a foregone conclusion with Leto and Robbie, right?
Yeah. I'm all on board on Leto. Definitely.
I think, did you see Dallas Buyers Club?
No, I haven't, no.
He's so good in that.
He's good in everything, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm late to the party with him, to be honest with you.
Have you seen Panic Room?
No. I have not.
Oh, he's so good in it.
I remember him in American Psycho. That was a long time ago. I remember him in God damn, what's that movie called? I should just click on it here. Requiem for a Dream.
Right, yeah, I still have to get around to watching that.
Oof, tough one to watch.
Oh, he was in The Thin Red Line. I don't remember him being in that.
Who wasn't in The Thin Red Line?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I wasn't, and I think that was it.
I think you and I missed that casting call, but otherwise, everyone on the planet was in the movie.
Yeah, I would definitely go for Panic Room. He was in Lord of War as a proper coke addict, and he was brilliant in that as well. He's the best thing in Lord of War.
People tell me that that's better than I should be led to believe that that's better than I'm hearing. Somebody said, no, it's good. Stop listening to the critics. Is that true? Did you saw Lord of War?
I loved it.
See? You're another one.
Just because it's a Nick Cage film doesn't mean it's a bad film.
Right. I know that. And because he used to be great.
Nick Cage can be good.
Back in the day. I think Matchstick Men was his last for me. So what's that? 15 years ago?
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, see that. I was late to the Nick Cage party. The Rock. Oh, okay. That was over 15 years ago. Flipping hell. And National Treasure.
No, I think Rock's 98 or something like that.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, definitely more than 15 years ago.
Yeah, National Treasure has got a little thing in my heart for it. So yeah. I don't know why.
If you want to see if you want just about 30 minutes of entertainment, what you need to do is you need to Google Nicolas Cage Vampire's Kiss, I think is the movie.
Okay.
And just watch some of the best moments from that. Best scenes from Vampire's Kiss. It's a 10-minute clip. You will go, good Lord, this man is a crazy person. So put that on your list of things to watch. Because I'm updating. I got Buried, you said, right?
Yeah.
Lord of War and Panic Room I got to watch.
Panic Room is a definite must.
So put that up to the top, you're telling me.
I would, yeah.
Right, done.
You like
done.
Forrest Whitaker?
I do.
Yeah, he's in there. Jodie Foster.
Yep. Yeah, I'm over her, but yeah, I'll. Oh, Panic Room, like the panic, like one in your house. The robbers come in, you fucking hide. All right, I'll check it out. He's a bad guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
But he's so good.
Excellent.
So good. Right. Okay. We're running long now.
All
so,
right.
Have you got any on your list that you just want to briefly surmise?
I think I hit the heavy hitters. I'm just going to go through and tell you what I'm probably not going to see in the theater. How about that?
Go on in.
How about I just tell you what I'm going to see? Because I'm not going to see any of this shit. I'll probably... good Lord. I want to see Doctor Strange. I love your man, dude. I love your countryman. He's one of my favorites.
Doctor Strange, right? Hang on a second.
Benedict Cumberbatch, man.
Oh, okay.
Fuck,
yes.
God, I'd love that man. If I could marry a man. Oh, wait, I could. But I guess, yeah, well, scratch that. What am I trying to say? I definitely want to see Doctor Strange. I'm tired of Marvel movies, and I'm going to go see like 3 fucking hero movies this year. Unbelievable. I'm morbidly curious for Independence Day. I kind of want to see Jane Got a Gun because of the reuniting of Natalie Portman and Ewan McGregor. Star Wars. I don't even know what London has. Well, London Has Fallen. I don't know what that is.
London Has Fallen. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Magnificent Seven remake, I guess. No, I'm not going to see that. I don't know. Snowden. I'm curious. Boy, there's a lot of shit coming out that I am just scrolling by.
Do you know there's one that I'm surprised you haven't mentioned yet?
Go.
Star Trek.
Oh, of course. Good Lord.
God, sucker
Good
punch.
Thing you're here. Yes. How could I miss? That? Yes, of course. I have to see that. I'm obligated by way of having a podcast to go see that movie. I like that Simon Pegg's a writer. I think he's a good writer.
I can't stand him.
Really?
I really don't like him.
What's the pub crawl movie?
Oh.
It's so good.
What, the zombie one?
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead?
No, that's good too. Oh, shit. I just watched it.
World's End.
Thank you. I love that fucking movie.
Right, okay. The only thing I like him in is Paul. And I know it's a stretch. I didn't like Shaun of the Dead. I think I've seen him in.
Am I going to have to? Are you going to have to wear body armor to work tomorrow?
I think I might do. Yeah.
You hate Doctor Who.
Hate is a strong word.
Peck. I'm making this up. I'm editorializing here. You wiped your ass with the Union Jack. What else have you done on this podcast that's going to get you hurt tomorrow?
Oh, everything, man.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to extract you. I'm going to have to put out bodyguards for you.
I'm going to end up in the Tower of London, which every British man should end up at one point in his life.
You should at least give it a try.
Yeah, too right. Yeah, Simon Pegg doesn't do it for me. I feel he's writing this Star Trek the way that he wants it to be written, and I'm not a Star Trek fan. And so I watched the reboot with J.J. Abrams, who can fuck off and die in the fire as far as I'm concerned. For more reasons than just Star Trek with star in the title. No, I don't like it. Don't like the idea of it.
Well, there you have it.
And it's got a scrambler in it as well. Flipping hell, what the hell?
It's got what now?
A scrambler bike.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm scrolling. Yeah, I got to see it though. I have to see it. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, right.
It's got my money.
I'm going to give you a little list, a brief list. You've mentioned Independence Day.
Yes.
Like you, I'm intrigued, but I don't think I will be going to see that in the cinema. I was sadly disappointed with the first Independence Day. I thought it was a very serious movie when the trailers hit.
And then you went, wait, what the fuck? America Saves the World? This is bullshit.
Yeah. Kind of when I saw The Mummy, I thought The Mummy was going to be a very serious movie. And I sat in the cinema, I thought, what the fuck is this shit?
That's so bad.
What else? Yeah, Star Trek Beyond we've mentioned. 10 Cloverfield Lane. As far as I've previously said, J.J. Abrams, please get in that fire. I have no problems with you getting in there at all. I'm not going to be fooled twice on that. It might be good. John Goodman is always good.
Wait, are you telling me that's a Cloverfield sequel?
I'm not saying it's a Cloverfield sequel.
Okay.
But I think it's following along the similar sort of lines.
Okay.
It's J.J. Abrams, and it's got Cloverfield in the title.
All right. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Civil War, which is more superheroes bashing superheroes.
Yeah.
I think that's
we used to be friends, now we're enemies. You're not gonna go see White Egypt, I call it.
What's that?
Gods of Egypt. It's a bunch of white dudes.
Oh God.
You're not gonna go see White Egypt.
I saw the trailer of that today. That looked pathetic.
Oh boy.
If anything looks like a limp dick on screen, then that is it.
I'd rather watch Legend of Tarzan 3 times in a row than see that. I'm going to be honest with you. And I haven't seen any of them, so. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's a million other movies that we've missed.
We could go on and on and on and on, and we'll have to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll wrap it up here for now,
Sounds
if you don't
good.
mind.
I don't mind at all, my friend. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much for joining me and joining my listeners, and hopefully you get a load more listeners off of me. So thank you very much to your listeners for tuning in and putting up with my nonsense. I appreciate you exposing them to me. No problem at all, mate. Do you want to plug your shit again, if you don't mind? When I say shit, I mean like the
I
nice
got
shit.
you. Don't relax. Just Google LSG Media and you'll find our stuff. If you just type in LSG Media under Google, you're going to see us pop up. Go there, check us out. You might find something you like. We cover enough shit to where you probably are going to find a show or a movie that we've covered that you like. And I ask you to listen once, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times, and then go from there. Give us a try.
Cool.
You might just like it.
They will. If they like Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead or science fiction films, then you've got it there.
If they like fun, if they don't suck. No.
and Americans taking the piss out of the British as well. You know, that I don't think that happens enough on your shows. It should happen more.
Americans taking the piss out of everyone. we make fun of everybody, including ourselves.
The redcoats.
Mostly ourselves.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much for joining me today.
My pleasure, man. It was great. It was awesome. I had a blast.
Excellent. Right, and what I'll do, I'll stop it here and we'll have a little discussion after this, because these losers don't deserve that.
Oh, shit.
Did I just say that? Oh, my God. Sorry.
Whoa. It might make it onto my bonus reel. I don't know. All right, guys. Have a great night. It was a pleasure, man.
Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thanks.